Greetings, 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 greetings. Yes, it's time for a random Friday morning live video from Planet Mitch. I fixed everything but that one thing. For those of you who run challenges, let me know who's here if you wouldn't mind. Say hi, comment, say greetings, whatever floats your boat. Always happy to be here. Always happy to help people grow their business. And that's my purpose in life. Now, some of you may know me as the Giveaway Rocket Guy. Some may know me as the Contest Guy. I am also known now, you see the little logo down there. See, and I always do that, it's wrong. The Viral Traffic Guy. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business person, if you have something to offer folks, you often will, especially if it's a service like a coach, or maybe you sell training. What is really hot in the market right now is a challenge, a 5-day challenge, a 3-day challenge, something to make a transformation in people. And that's a great way of doing things. Hi, Ian. Great to have you here. Ian said hi to Mitch. That's me. And what I am doing is, so the viral traffic guy thing. I have created a bunch of contests. Troy is here too. Hi, Troy. Great to have you here. As I mentioned, people know me as the contest guy. I've been doing contests for the last 6 years and helping businesses expand their reach, to grow their network, to reach out to new people through contests. Because contests are fun and engaging and people love to win. And that's also true for a challenge. So let's suppose that you have a coaching business and you want to transform people, maybe losing weight. That's an easy one for me to think about because this thing down here that you can't see has grown a bit in the last pandemic year. And I really need to be doing more exercise and to concentrate a little bit on what I'm eating and stuff, but that's all another topic. So if somebody were to be a fitness coach or a better eating coach, often what people are doing is running a challenge to say, all right, let's lose 5 pounds in a week or whatever. Some kind of a goal, a transformation. And it's very helpful. It's very energetic. It's very fun. People do get transformations from challenges. But the struggle for those people who are running challenges, including me right now, I'm starting to run a challenge next week, is of course getting people to sign up on the front end. All kinds of people will show you how to do lead magnets, how to do Facebook ads to get people into your challenge. But what I am going to show you how to do is to take the knowledge that I have gained from running contests and apply that in a viral way to your challenge. Now, what do I mean by viral? Depends upon who you talk to what the definition of viral is. I am using it in a way such that you are gaining people on your challenge that you wouldn't have gotten to before. Now, obviously, we would all like to go super viral and have our campaign jump from nothing to 10,000 people. That's not likely to happen, and the marketing folks will preach that hey, my tool will take you viral. Nobody knows what viral is going to be for your particular offer, and a lot of people will also get frustrated when they use a tool that professes to be marketing a viral thing when it doesn't just jump up and go magically crazy and people bring in tens of thousands of leads. That's not the goal here. The goal is to find the targeted people that are interested in what you have to offer. We don't want to go after people that just don't care. And maybe, in the terms of running a contest, that maybe you want to win an Amazon gift card. Well, we want targeted people to join our challenge. And so the three things that I am professing that the processes that I will teach you are engagement, referring others, bringing people to grow your traffic on the front end, and selling more on the back end, because that's what we all want, right? I hit it right in the middle. I hit it twice. The challenge will focus on the front end part, getting people on the front end, getting people that will sign up to your campaign to get them to refer others. And then following that will be my course, my full-blown do-it-all course, where I'm going to show you how to use the tools. I'm going to teach you how to use the tools. I'm going to teach you what you should be doing, and I'm going to show you results through all of that. Now, one of the things, I'm running a challenge, right? So I'm trying to get people on the front end. And I'm doing it, by the way, organically. I am not paying for Facebook ads. Someday I will probably do something like that. But my goal right now is to just start growing organically, take the people who already know, like, and trust me, and get them involved in the campaign. And I knew I would do that. I brought a graphic over. Let me just go. I spent 20 minutes figuring out what the stuttering was in my video, because I started to go live and it started stuttering like crazy, which drives me bonkers. And in the process of doing that, I lost the graphic that I was going to show you. So let me bring that in. There it is. Let me make it a little bigger. So this is the traffic chart so far of leads coming into my campaign. Now the bright green on the bottom is direct leads, people that came directly into the campaign. The darker green that is on the top of each bar are referred leads. So the darker green, or teal if you want, are leads that are coming into the campaign through what I consider viral, right? They are bringing other people. They're knocking somebody on the shoulder and saying, hey, man, you ought to go check this out. This is really freaking cool. It applies to you. You want a transformation in your business, come over and do that. That's kind of what I'm saying is viral. We're if you look at the YouTube videos and stuff that go viral, those are the ones where everybody passes them around, right? The functionality of the process is that people pass it around. That's what I'm considering viral. Viral could be small. It doesn't have to be 10,000 or 100,000 or crazy millions of views on a video. It can be the function of just simply referring others, of passing it around such that other people are being brought into the campaign than just you paying for Facebook ads on the front end, or Google ads, or any kind of paying traffic. So that's what I am teaching in the challenge. In the description of this video, whether you're watching it on Twitch or YouTube, hopefully, if I set things up properly, you will see the link to the challenge. But I'm going to try to post it in here again, just in case in the comments. And because I had things all discombobulated, give me just a second, because I want to give you the right link. Why did that not save the link? All right. I have to do a tiny bit of typing and deleting to make this link show up. All right. Hopefully that shows up in your feed. If it doesn't, I'll give you the really simple. It's too long. challenge.viraltrafficguy.com. Now, if you see the link, there's a couple of extra parameters on the end because I want to do some tracking. But if you just simply go to challenge.viraltrafficguy.com, you will see the landing page and you will see the stuff that I'm going to teach. And hopefully, what you do is you press on the go button. I had a couple of people, by the way, tell me earlier that they couldn't find the go button in the design that I did. Pardon me. So I've added a couple of arrows that are pointing to it and they're moving. So I'm going to test that and see how that works. And that's part of what I think everybody ought to be doing, right? Is doing some testing and changing as you get feedback to see what's working and what's not working. You always want to be watching the data, of course, like that chart that I put up a minute ago. I'm watching the data to be able to see whether or not my marketing is working, whether or not the organic stuff is working, whether or not people are referring other people like I've asked them to do in terms of the engagement. And so that's the goal, is to show you how to grow your business by A, growing your list, setting up a challenge to grow your list, and then to make sales on the back end. All of that through the fact that you brought in more people on the front end. You have engagement with them because we're also including the contest in the thing. And we're tracking people's points in order to give them the satisfaction that they've done the thing at the end when they have all the points accumulated. And theoretically, all of those bits will convert to more sales when you make your offer at the end of your challenge. That's the goal. And I've done this several times, and I can tell you that the results are coming in. And like I said before, even if you got 5% more leads or 10% more leads, then it's worth the effort. In my mastermind this week, one of my students is running a contest, and he took the advice from Wednesday, for example, Tuesday, and overnight he added 53 leads from referrals. People that were already on his list referred other people, 53 in a matter of 10 hours. Are those outstanding, jump up and down, lightning results that people would go, holy crap, that's cool? Yes, I think they are. They are energized people who are interested in what he has to offer, and that's what I want to share with you. So if you go to challenge.viraltrafficguy.com or click on the link that's in the description, wherever the description may be, on whatever device you're on, you can get to that. You can read a little bit more about what we're doing. But basically, what I'm going to do is to show you how to accelerate the growth of your challenge. We're going to do that through referrals, contests, engagement, tracking points. Okay, so now you don't need to join the challenge, right? Yeah, sure you do. Because I'm going to walk you through why you want to do all of those things. We're going to focus in the challenge on the referral side of it, the first piece of the pie. And then if you join my course after that, I'm going to show you all the pieces of the pie, and I'm going to show you the technology I use to do it. I'm going to show you some additional tidbits of things that will help you in your business. And you will skyrocket your business. So let me know if you have any questions. I know quite a few are still here. That's kind of the story that I wanted to offer to you today. I also love to answer questions. For those of you who know, I get in question and answer mode, and we'll go on and on and on. For example, my mastermind meets this afternoon, Tuesdays and Fridays. I always like Fridays because at the end of that I'm like done for the day, at least. I still have work to do over the weekend, but we had 2 people show up on Tuesday. 2 people from my mastermind showed up on Tuesday. One of them was the gentleman I was talking about before. I spent 3 hours, it was 2 hours and 45 minutes, answering the questions for 2 people in my mastermind. That's how deep we go in my mastermind, which is what I'm not here to talk about, but I'm here to tell you that that's what I love to do, is to help people grow their business. Really excited to be able to work with all of y'all. If you have any questions, let me know. Troy, are you still here? Ian, are you still here? What questions do you have for me? How may I help you other than giving you the link to sign up? And that's not where I want to go. Well, number one, Ian. So Ian asked the question. I'm gonna go jump into my traffic monitoring tool. I am just so happy that I figured out what the stuttering problem was. I am just so freaking happy. It took me about 20 minutes to figure it out. And it was a simple solution, absolutely simple solution, which just slayed me. Ian's question is, what's the tool that is required to be used for the system? I think you know the answer to that, Ian. Whether it's required, the reason I'm smiling and hesitating is that you could do everything I'm going to show you how to do with no tools. You can do it all manually. The course is going to show you how to use it with tools. When you sign up, you will be using the tool that I am using. And the answer, of course, is, the tool that I'm using. I will be attempting to sell the tool, and you will be able to subscribe to the tool with an affiliate link. Why am I avoiding it so much, right? Why? That's the question. Because I don't want to talk about the tool so much. My goal for the challenge is to show you what can be done and what you can do in the next week to start growing your business, to start growing your email list, to start connecting with people, to start showing them what you can do, right? So let's back up. When I run a contest, there's engagement because people enjoy what's going on. They want to win something. They're potentially interested in sharing it with their friends to get additional chances to win, right? All of that stuff is really cool, but let's suppose that you're a procrastination coach. And I'd use you, Ian, if I could remember what it was that you do, and I apologize that I don't. But let's assume that you're a procrastination coach. Well, if you're running a giveaway, and my friend Ken did a giveaway because he was a procrastination coach at the time, and he was giving away Pomodoro timers, right? Something to get people to be motivated. And at the end, what he wanted to do was sell his coaching program. And it was a good offer. There's nothing wrong with the offer, but nobody knows Ken. And so what I'm leaning into is the fact that if you run a challenge, let's suppose Ken did a 3-day challenge to be more productive, and then at the end of the challenge, he makes an offer for either his coaching or maybe he has a training program. The people that were involved in the challenge now are much more confident in what he does. Maybe they aren't. Maybe they leave. Maybe they decide it's not for them. But there will be a group of people that will be thoroughly engaged in what he's doing and will buy his offer. So the contest is a great methodology to grow your list. You still have to sell them, right? So the idea of combining the two with a challenge and potentially a contest, and that's part of what I advocate, is to get the engagement going such that they, at the end of it, know, like, and trust you, and therefore will buy your program at the end. So it's not really about the tool. I happen to have a great tool that fits into all of the pieces of this pie, right? But it's not about the tool specifically, especially during the challenge. During the challenge, I'm going to be showing you the why of what you want to be doing to grow your list without just purely relying on Facebook ads. Ian, you know what the tool is. I've talked about the tool till I'm blue in the face. But it's A, not required. B, one of many. You could use other tools, but I'm going to show you specifically in my course how to use the tool. I don't want to focus on the tool, though, during the challenge. Does that make sense? You will see how I use the tool. I hope that none of the bits tell you what the tool is, because I don't want to focus on the tool during the challenge. At the end of the challenge, I'm going to offer you a program to be able to use the tool. I'm going to give you the link. I am transparent. Troy will tell you, you know this. Ian, you know I'm transparent. I will be making an offer. And if you decide to go into the program, I'm hoping that you will use my affiliate link to subscribe to the tool. And then you will pay for the program. And then eventually what I want you in is the mastermind that I was talking about before, where on a monthly basis, or weekly, actually my sessions are twice a week, I will help you physically build and talk about your strategy and help you plan. Tony says, just tell what the tool is. You know what the tool is, Tony. I've talked about the tool till I'm blue in the face. Both you and Ian know what the tool is. And Troy does too. You guys know what the tool is. Why do you want me to specifically say it? So if you go to the website buyupviral.com, you will see what the tool is. Goofy people. It's not about the tool yet. It is not about the tool. And like I've said, you could use a different tool. The other tools probably aren't as good at doing what I'm going to be teaching you. He's helping you with engagement. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi, Lenny. And by the way, hi, Tony. It's good to see you. Tony is a dancer. I know that. Look at that. You can see his image there. So make it bigger. There's covered up. Tony teaches dancing. So anyway, thank you. Thank you very much. Let me know if you have any questions besides what's the name of the tool. Does this help if I do this? Oops, that's the wrong one. Sorry. How about this one? This doesn't say the name of the tool, but you know what that is. Shots fired, Lenny says. Yeah, I don't think there's any real surprise here. Part of the story is that I know that there's a group of people that are interested in the challenge, and they're very interested in how I do it. And having the tool is part of the process. But those of you who know me, Lenny, one of them, because Lenny's in the mastermind, you know that what I teach is a heck of a lot more than just the tool. And those people who have the tool know that just having the tool doesn't make it work. There's a whole lot of pieces that you have to put together, which is why they come to me to help them figure out how to make the pieces fit together such that they can make their campaign work. I did a campaign review on Tuesday on the Co-Pilot Show, for example, and absolutely helped. I was going to say tore the gentleman apart, but he has come back to me a couple of times, and I've given him some more advice and reviewed the changes that he's making in his campaign. If you happen to watch that show on Tuesday, you will know that there were a lot of problems with his campaign. The messaging was just like spaghetti noodles thrown against the wall, hoping one of them would stick. So Tony says, you're absolutely right. It's not about the tool, but the tool helps. Anyway, I was talking about the review. Just having the tool without examples, without guidance, without understanding how the tool works. I can't tell you how many people have come to me. There was one on the Facebook group this morning. Somebody said, are you having trouble getting the points to accumulate? I'm like, well, my first question, Lenny knows this question, is did you do any testing? Did you test this before you launched it to see if you had the points working? Ian, I love it. It's a lot of it is copy. Yes, copy and messaging. And we've talked about that multiple times before. Offering the right value proposition. Yes, bingo. Absolutely true. Letty said, your life would be really easy if it was just to cover the tool. Yeah. And it's fun because also the guys at UpViral recognize that they haven't necessarily been providing the I said tool. Haven't been providing the let's see, how did Mark say it? I've forgotten the phrase that he's using. Basically, they know there's a couple of things they need to streamline to make the process more obvious. And I'm looking forward to when they implement some of those things, because to some degree, it will put me a little bit out of business because the process will be better and easier to understand. Lenny says the insights, and that's, just creating the campaign is just like a tenth of the battle, right? There was another woman that I helped this morning, and I gave her a 5-minute review of her campaign, and the messaging was just wrong. And it's not just the words. Lenny said the copy, but you gotta understand the sales process, right? It is a sales page. The landing page is a sales page to get people to come in. On my challenge, for example, right now, I think the opt-in rate is lower than what I want. I'm obviously not putting the right messaging in front of people, or the traffic isn't coming in properly. There's several different potential answers there. But again, if you're not looking at the data, and I've preached about that, then you're not going to have the right messaging, you're not going to have the right process, you're not going to get the people in the front end, etc., etc., etc. But you got to look at the data, and you got to test, and you got to think about the cold traffic coming in. So there's lots and lots of pieces that fit together, and my goal is to show them to you so that you have a better understanding. And that's why I want you in the challenge. If you're running challenges, this will be absolute gold in my book. I am very excited about the opportunity. I have been working on this process probably for the last year and a half. There was a light bulb moment in May of last year, and I had the original thing. I ran into it the other day, where a light bulb went off in my head because I've been using this tool to run contests. I've been doing contests, and there was just this light bulb moment, and I was watching people in a Facebook group having a conversation about their challenge, their 5-day challenge, whatever the number of days was. Let's just say it's 5 days. And they were talking about the struggle of, well, I shouldn't say nobody. People aren't participating. They're having trouble finding out who was doing what activities that they had been asked to do as part of the challenge. There was no follow through, and at the end, people weren't buying. And I was like, I know a tool that would track those things, that track the activities. I know a tool that would bring more people in on the front end. I know a tool that would probably get more people to buy on the back end and they'd have more fun. Man, I ought to figure out exactly how this process would work. And so I've been talking about it and thinking about it and massaging the idea in my head for the last year and a half. And this summer, I found somebody that was doing a challenge, and his name's Ken, different Ken than the other Ken. And I said, "Hey Ken, your challenge sucks." I told him politely, and he will tell you this. I might have him on during the challenge. He's volunteered to come talk. But I sent him a polite little email because he was using the tool and he was running a challenge. And I said, "Your process is broken, Ken. You're trying to do it, get people into your challenge, and then you're offering them a contest." And he was offering the contest through email. I said, "Your process is broken. If you want to talk about this, let me know. I'll be glad to talk to you." And he came back to me and politely said, "So what you just told me is my contest sucks." I said, "Yeah, your entire campaign is, you're making sales, you're getting people into the challenge, but the contest is doing nothing for you. Your process is totally broken, and you ought to do it like this, this, and this." Fast forward a month or two, he decided to do another challenge, and he called me up and he said, "Hey, Mitch, I want to get you involved in this. I know you can do this, and I know the tools that I've been watching you, and I know you know how to do contests and stuff. You're the man. What can you do to help me?" And I said, "Well, I could show you how to do this, and it would cost you XYZ." And he actually came up with something that I've never thought of. And that was, "Okay, I'll give you a cut of the sales." Now, I shouldn't say I've never thought of it. Obviously, I have done contests where I've gotten a cut of the sales because that's what everybody wants, right? You want leads on the front end, but you also want sales on the back end. And anyway, long story short, he said, "Well, is there a way, Mitch, that we could get you a percentage or all of the leads?" Because he's doing an affiliate thing on the front end. "Hello, Andrea." He's got all. I said, I can bring in affiliates. I'm going to bring a whole bunch of people on the front end. But Mitch, with your process, what if everybody that gets referred is your affiliate? You get an affiliate commission if they buy anything." And a light bulb went off on my head, and I was like, "Holy cow, what a brilliant idea. I never thought of that." Fast forward a couple of weeks, we figured out how to do the process such that when people signed up to his paid challenge, he was charging on the front end, that they got tagged with my affiliate ID in Infusionsoft such that if they purchased something, then I got the money from the sale, the affiliate cash. And so it made it worthwhile. Not only was I testing my processes, I was learning something new, I was earning money at the same time, and Mitch was much happier. And he was happy because he didn't have to have any outlay up front other than to give me the promise that I was going to make some money on the back end. And it worked out beautifully. And so that was kind of the kickstart to the whole thing. Lenny says, "Document that." Well, first, let me say, Andrea. Hi, Andrea. I've been wanting to talk to you about this. Did you sign up yet? Are you signed up? I don't remember seeing your name on the list. Because you shouldn't be waiting for Monday because there's things to do now. Andrea says, "We want Mitch happy." Of course you do. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm doing it wrong. I apologize. Bam! Shoot me in the foot. It's Andrea. I apologize. See, I was going to try to do that Um, Lenny said document that, by the way. And yes, Lenny, that's part of the course if people want to do that. I mean, yes. And that, yeah, yes, I'm definitely part of the process. And Lenny says, is it doable without Infusionsoft? The answer is absolutely yes, because we switched over to ThriveCart. It does not matter what your cart system is, as long as you have an affiliate system built into the process. I know how to handle that. Andrea said, I'm all signed up. Well, good. I'll go check the list and make sure. And I want to know, Andrea, how many people you've brought in. Because that's the key to making lots of points in this process. And part of that is the education side of things. But Tony says, why 5-day and not 1-day or 30-day challenge? You can do it however long you want to do it, Tony. You can do a 1-day challenge if you want with my process. You can do a 30-day challenge if you want with my process. It just depends upon how you, running your challenge, want to manage things. The process works no matter how long your campaign is. No matter how long your challenge goes. I've been holding back, by the way, short story. Wilco and the folks over at that tool that I haven't mentioned. And if you don't know, there's a joke going on, and if you came in late, for example, they have an offer where they do a 30-day challenge. And you guys know I've been preaching this at them for a long time, that they're not using their own tool. And so I've kind of been keeping this whole thing under wraps until I actually started teaching people how to do it. I didn't want to go to them and say, hey, you guys should try this, because I wanted to be able to do it on my own without them potentially getting involved. So guess what? I'm watching who's signing up. And on Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday, Wilco signed up. So the CEO of the company of this tool that I'm going to use is in the process. So, do you know if there's a science to it? Let me ask. So I assume what you're trying to ask me is there a science to deciding what the number of days is? Not to my knowledge. I mean, that's the same question that people ask about a pure contest. Well, what's the right length of time should I run this contest? It depends. Totally depends on what your needs are, what the market will bear. What I can tell you that a year and a half is the wrong length. I'm thinking about the people that give away cars and stuff, that if you read the fine print, it says contest ends December 31st, 2021. Like, what? It's December of 2020 now. Why would I wait another year to find out if I won? Lenny says maybe he's looking to give you a raise or to see what he can buy from you. Part of the deal. You guys know I say too much. I wanted to get it out there in the market before I gave it to them, because I don't think that, I don't know, I have to be careful about what I say. I think the market is the best place to put it. I want to be able to teach it. I want to be able to potentially offer it to everybody that's using that tool. But I don't want to dive into it, for example, on the Copilot show, for example. I don't want to, if I can help it, not just give away all of those secrets. Now, anybody that knows the tool and anybody that signs up for my challenge could probably put two and two together and understand much of what I'm doing. It's not like it's rocket science. Have you Ian's question? Have you had any students using your process? Yes. Who learned that it doesn't necessarily fit in with where they are at the moment? Absolutely. There are a lot of people, Ian, who buy the tool because they think it's going to magically build their list when they don't even know their offer. I'll give you an example. Last year I was doing a program called Win Together, which eventually migrated into my mastermind. And Paula, one of the lovely ladies that joined that program, came in with a weight loss program. And in the middle of a 4-week program that I was teaching, she switched to offering quilts. And once I heard that, I was like, Paula, you shouldn't be in. You are nowhere in. This is not. No, no. You don't even understand what your offer is yet. You don't understand which market you're going after yet. Um, it's you definitely have to know what you're doing, and if you dive into the the challenge itself, the landing page for the challenge, I specifically highlight in with a highlighter behind it. Please join. If you join this challenge, please have run at least one or two challenges before. I am not here to teach you how to build a challenge. I'm not going to teach you in this 5-day challenge how to build a challenge. There are gobs of people that do a wonderful job of doing that. What I'm here to do is for those of you like Andrea who have run challenges before to figure out how to put that in steroids and to bring in more people, get more engagement, make more sales on the back end. That's what we want. So I don't want somebody coming in unless they just want to throw money at me, which is okay. Because that'll feed my family and will help me serve more people. I don't really want people to come in that don't even totally know what their offer is, much less have never run a challenge before. Because it's not about learning how to do a challenge, it's learning how to accelerate your challenge, how to skyrocket your challenge, how to put it on steroids. Finishing your question, is their list very small? You can start with 0 people. You don't have to have a list to start. Your results on the first one aren't going to be very good. Melissa, I'm sorry, Melinda ran a challenge with my process. I built it for her. She and I worked together a couple of weeks ago, and she got 130 people to sign up. Her goal was 50. We got 130 people to sign up. Now, it was our first challenge. She didn't get the kind of sales she was hoping for at the back end. But frankly, that wasn't the process's fault. That was a bunch of factors that everybody knows in terms of doing challenges. You got to have the process down. The normal advice for lead gen is to start with organic initially. And that's actually what I said earlier, what I'm doing. I don't do Facebook paid ads. And I'm actually at a disadvantage in doing this, which is okay. I like a challenge. Pun on a pun. Because I don't have the ability, because this is not a contest, to go to some of the websites where I would normally post a contest, because they're not places where you post a challenge. The marketing there is for a contest. Now, I am doing a contest in here, but that's not the main driving force. I can't go to a website that offers contests to people and say, oh, join this challenge, because there's a contest in it. So I'm handicapping myself Because right now, what I'm doing is I'm asking people to refer others. I'm asking people that I know that are influencers to bring people into the challenge to help me because I'm just getting started. And that's where everybody starts, right? I am not expecting to make $50,000 on this process today, this challenge coming up. What I'm expecting is a small group of people because I don't have the course built yet. I have an outline for the course, but I don't even have the course built yet. The whole point is to go through the process with a small group of people and to totally understand all of the struggles and if there's anything that I've missed in working with Melinda and Ken and the other people I've worked with, there are potentially things that I have missed in terms of the process flow. And so the first time through this, it's going to potentially not be as smooth. Well, okay, let's not say potentially. It will not be as smooth because it's like a beta. It's like an initial launch of anything. I'm going to grow the process. And next time that I do it, it will be a better process. I will have the parts built. I will have the processes built. I will have a whole much more stuff to do and to offer and experience once I get some people to go through this. So, hopefully that answers your question, Ian. You don't have to have a big list. Melanie didn't have a big list. She had 0, if I remember, on her list. Now she's got 130. She's got assets to build the next challenge. She's already got it all done. So running the challenge the next time will not be as hard. And Lenny also said you don't have to even use your list. It helps to use your list. If you've got a list, why not use it? Now, I have a list, by the way. I sent an email this morning to 3,700 people on my list. But my list is primarily a bunch of people that want to do contests and they're not currently running challenges or have never run a challenge. And therefore, this morning, I think I got 1 sign up so far from sending out that email. It's okay. I didn't expect a lot of sign-ups. What I'm hoping for is people like you guys and gals, Andrea, invite a person or two. Bring somebody along with you. And I'll show you, more chances in the challenge on why you want to do that, how you can make that happen, etc. We'll go through all that kind of stuff. But if you have a list, absolutely you want to use the list. And Lenny, I've said this before, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. I have clients all the time that come to me and they say, I just realized it's 11:30. My mastermind this afternoon at 1, so I gotta not go too long because I have to have lunch. Anyway, I have had clients come to me and say, well, I don't want to email my list because those people are already on my list. Why would I email them this contest? I bang my head against the microphone yet again. Number one, you want your list to know, like, and trust you, and offering them the chance to win one of your products or services just makes them feel better about you. So why wouldn't you offer it to your existing list? Yes, you're not adding, those people are already on your list. Shh. Lenny said, and your nap. Shh. I'm supposed to tell people about my nap. But the second thing is those people that already know, like, and trust you are going to be people who will be willing to refer you to their friends. And they will be more willing to post socially for you because they know your offer is good. So why wouldn't you send email to your existing list? I don't understand that, but I get the initial feeling. I thought of a politics joke, but I don't want to go there. I get the feeling, I understand the feeling that people say, well, those people are on my list. Why would I want to invest in that? Why would I want to give somebody on my list a prize? Pfft, you don't care who wins. You, as if you're running a contest, you don't care who wins the prize. You want somebody to win. You want somebody to be energized. You want somebody to jump up and down excited about it. Who better actually than one of your existing clients, because they already know, like, and trust you, theoretically. New subs offer only. No, I don't want to go there. That's, okay, yes, you can do that if that's what you want. But there's, in my mind, there's no logical reason to exclude the people who already know, like, and trust you. I have seen people wrap themselves around a tree trying to eliminate people that are already on their list. Well, Mitch, I want to send people to this contest only if they're not on my list, because I want to make them an offer to get like 25% off if they invite people. Hello? You got a stack of people over here that already know, like, and trust you. Why wouldn't they want that same offer? Aren't they going to feel better about you if they get that same offer? Why are you trying to separate your people? Put them all together. Give them a big warm hug. Those people that come into your store, even if they're existing customers, might buy something extra. If you give them a discount, you say, well, I can do 25% off on this thing. Oh, well, they get into your store and they go, well, wait, I need that and that too. Why on God's green earth would you eliminate anybody from an offer? I just don't get that offer, that idea, Lenny, and I'm not beating you up about it. But I'm just not sure that you. And the other thing is, if you're offering something only to these new people, and you're one of the old people, don't you get a little mad? Well, wait a minute. How come you're giving them? Oh, they're new. They're special. Ooh. I think that would make me mad. And in fact, I've seen that done. You know, the tiny little fine print that says new clients only get this thing. And I'm like, that just makes me mad. Everybody's different, I know. And I certainly love that you guys are engaging and asking questions, because this gets real lonely if you're here and nobody's talking. So what else do you want to know? The challenge starts Monday. There are prizes that are going to be announced from the pre-challenge. So this is something I'm testing that has none of my clients have done yet before, is to offer a contest before the challenge starts and a contest during the challenge. And the points are carrying over from the pre-challenge to the challenge. I'm testing it. And they're different prizes than what I'm offering in the big campaign at the end. I don't know if it's going to work yet. I'm frankly, just between you and me, because I'm totally transparent, I've been struggling with my motivation this week. Uh, that's, there's a lot going on. There's financial things in my background that I'm struggling with. There's the election coming up next week. I'm kind of wondering why I'm doing this during the U.S. election next week, because I might be totally disappointed in the results and I might be angry, and yet I still have to get online and serve my people and be cheery and happy and show them the love. Like this. Let's see if this still works. There it goes. It switched to the wrong camera though, didn't it? Why did it do that? There you go. Woohoo! I love that. Celebrate your people. Do fun stuff. All right. So, Andrea, you still here? Thanks for joining. Ian, thanks for joining. Lenny, anybody got any questions before I go? Anybody? Bueller? Let's go have a little fun. I'm going to see if you have any questions. I'm doing a little delay in case you guys have any questions.
I know there were always rumors about what Mitch was doing. It was common knowledge.
Somebody, it's rumors? Mitch doing something?
Mitch is still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. Ian, great question. Ian, where's the question? There it is. What time is the challenge? Well, guess what? When you sign up, Ian, one of the very first things you're offered is the ability to earn points for adding the challenge calendar to your own calendar so you're reminded of the events. And you get to earn points for that. Chances to win the prizes. Are there replays? Yes, there are always replays. And guess what? I'm going to use a different tool. Starts with the letter S and ends with the letter E on where the videos will be replays. And guess what? You can earn points for watching those replays. I'm interested, Ian says. I've got some calls on the day. Well, it's Monday through Friday next week. I believe I have currently slotted 8 a.m. my time, which is 9 a.m. Eastern, because I have other things like the co-pilot show to do that are already on the calendar. Wendy? I know you, Wendy. Wendy and I are in Mastermind together as well. Wendy's question is, I saw you sign up late that you are targeting those who have already run a challenge. I have not. Can I still participate? Yes, as long as you don't ask me a bunch of questions about, well, what kind of materials should I be offering in my challenge? Because we're not going to be talking about how to run a challenge. We're going to talk about how to accelerate your challenge. And yes, I have not done a VIP, which I know some people do VIPs in their challenges. I decided on my first campaign that I wasn't going to try to add that component in, but the recordings will still be available. You'll still come to watch the recordings if you decide to run a challenge later and learn how to run a challenge, and maybe you run a challenge without my accelerators. I would love to have you in there, Wendy. Absolutely. You just have to. Just please, let's not ask a whole bunch of questions about the challenge side of things. Like, should I do a 5-day challenge or a 3-day challenge? That's not material to the process. The process will work no matter how many days you do it. We're going to bring people in on the front. We are going to accelerate the participation, and we are going to, theoretically, no guarantee, increase your sales on the back end. So the theory all works. I've done this multiple times already. I know how to run contests. I know how to do the tools behind it. Everything. I mean, I've run over 100 campaigns, contests primarily. That's where my background is. Documented over 250,000 leads, plus a whole bunch of leads that have been gathered in clients' accounts that I don't get credit for. I've been doing this for 6 years. I know how to do this stuff. This is not brand new. I have experience. I can show you what works and what doesn't work. And all I'm doing is applying all of that knowledge just to the challenge process, assuming you already know how to do a challenge. Now, knowing how to do a challenge isn't that hard, right? It's just like knowing how to do a contest. It's not that hard. It's the nuances of running a challenge that you hopefully are going to learn from somebody else. Aldo, I can never remember. Pedro Otto. I have to use my brain and engage it and think about it. Pedro, no, it's Adeo. See, Pedro Adeo is a great guy to learn challenges from. He just ran a challenge. He talks about running challenges one a month, if not more than that. He does some awesome stuff. I'm stumbling. Some of his people are going to be in my challenge, and I hope that they are going to be in my program. You know, when you teach something like this, by the way, if you do run your own challenge and you have your own business, maybe where you're coaching and teaching people, you have to make the assumption that people are going to take what they learn and potentially teach others, right? So I have this fear because I have this connection to Pedro and his group. I have this fear that some of those people are just going to take it and run with it, and I have to be okay with that. I can. It's not like my processes are trademarked or copyrighted or whatever. But my goal is to take the experience, take what I've shown people. Not everybody's going to have the same knowledge that I have either, because I know how to get people to refer. I know how to teach people how to run a contest and what that does for them. So I have knowledge that other people don't have, even if they're experts at running challenges. That's the key to this process, is I'm accelerating the challenge process. So anyway, Wendy, I of course would love to have you in. Can't wait to help you, with the caveat that I do hope that you have eventually run a challenge, and you'll see how this all works, and you will go, holy cow. And again, my numbers aren't big right now. I'm not expecting big numbers on this challenge. What I am hoping for is to get through the first one, to grow, to learn, to understand what worked and what didn't work, just like everybody else does in this business. And at the end, I'm going to have a program that I can go sell to a much larger audience. That's the goal. That's what everybody's goal is that's an entrepreneur in this business, these businesses. So let me know quickly if you have a question. It is almost noon here in St. Louis. I thoroughly enjoy answering questions and talking to people. That also means that I have an hour till my mastermind starts, and Lenny, that nap thing ain't happening, but I enjoy talking to people, so really enjoy having you. If you have, and please do me this favor, Wendy and everybody else that's watching, even if you're not in the market of running a challenge, I suspect you know somebody who does. And it would really, really help if you say, hey, this guy over here is doing this thing next week, and you should be in it because you do challenges, and maybe I've seen you struggle, or maybe they even have good success. The people in Pedro's group that have been talking to me are like, I'm having success, but man, if I could boost it by 10, 15, 20%, man, that's just more cash in my pocket, and I get to serve more people. And so that's the goal, right? We want to accelerate people's growth. Ian says, I'm planning to run my first challenge in January. Based on your students' experience, how many leads would you need to run a challenge? 0. I mean, Ian, the anything like this is growth. I mean, I'll talk about, Melanie. Melanie was hoping to get 50 people in her challenge. We brought in 130 people. Where's the challenge link? It's in the description. I gave it earlier. But it should be in the description. I'll recopy it. Simply, the simple answer is, if you go to, paste. If you go to challenge.viraltrafficguy.com, then you will get there. Challenge.viraltrafficguy.com. Or click the link that I just posted in the comments, which should theoretically come to you no matter where you are, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube or whatever. If you're running your first challenge in January, how many leads minimum would you need? I mean, I guess the need question, how many leads do you to start the process? 0 is the answer. You don't have to have anybody to start the process in your existing list or whatever. I do recommend, as part of what I'm going to teach you to do, is to go make a list of everybody who could help you promote. And that's one thing that most people don't do. Oh no, I gave part of the free challenge away. And that's what I'm doing right now. I am going and I am on Messenger yesterday and today. I'm pinging people that I know that have run challenges before and saying, hey, I'm launching this. If you're interested, sign up. And oh, by the way, for every person you bring in, you're going to get 100 points and chances to win the prizes, blah, 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 blah. And one of the prizes at the end of the big challenge is my program. The $497 offer is going to be one of the prizes. So you will have a chance to get in for free. If you're struggling with money, then start working. Work for it, right? But if you help me, then I help you. Potentially. So, Ian, does that answer your question? And did the link come through? If it didn't come through, just come back to this in a minute. But it's in the description. Theoretically, it's in the description. If it's not in the description, let me know. But it should be in the description of the post. And you're watching on Facebook, so it should be in there. Because I used Restream to put it in there. All right. 2 seconds. 30 seconds.
Mitch is still here.
Yeah, I know he's still here.
Then more people love Mitch.
Yeah.
Mitch, we are lucky to have you.
I know. Do you know, anybody know who that is? What voice that is?
Mitch, we are lucky to have you.
Famous actress.
Mitch is gonna cover it.
Not that person, this person.
Mitch, we are lucky to have you.
Suddenly I can't come up with her name. She was on Friends. Jennifer Aniston. That's who that is. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my leave. I will probably pop in again on Saturday and Sunday trying to get people to show up for the challenge. It's not Madonna, no.
Mitch, we are lucky to have you.
But hey, I've got Jennifer Aniston talking about me. How cool is that?
Hey, Mitch. What are you doing here?
I don't know.
Mitch, we cannot sit on this information.
That's really quiet, isn't it? I have to stop using that.
You are Mitch.
I'm simply stalling because I want to see if anybody has any questions before I go. Yeah, there's people still here. They haven't just trailed off and disappeared. So Lenny says, was it a cameo? Actually, that some of those sounds are ripped from the Apple TV show with Jennifer Aniston and Steve Carell, which I can never, the morning show, I think it was called. Really nice show, really enjoyed it. But the lead character is, his name's Mitch, so I ripped off a lot. Ian says, cheers, have a great day and get your vote in. I did vote. I voted on Monday. So my vote is already in. My winning vote is already in. So, alright. Thanks, you guys. Really appreciate you, all of y'all being here and listening to me preach at you. Obviously, if you have any questions, let me know. You know where to get a hold of me. Click the link in the description to join the challenge. If you see anything wrong in there, by the way, let me know, because that will only help me improve and to get more people. And please share with everybody you know, because that also would help me. Thanks for tuning in. I will catch you tomorrow. I don't know, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, somewhere. Bye.